Okay, today we're going to be walking you through Data East Simpsons Pinball machine that I recently shopped out, refurbished, and upgraded. Believe it or not, this is a 35-year-old machine. The Data East machine was produced in 1990. We're going to start by going through the machine with the glass off and take care of some of the upgrades I did. So first of all, we got the donut shooter rod here, as well as a plate decal behind it. We've got the instruction cards have been printed, laminated, and put on there. We've got new decals for the apron. All along the side, we've got side art now. Previously, there wasn't any side art. A lot of what you're going to be seeing is brand new in this machine, but we did paint the speaker panel, repainted it black so that it looks nice and even and glossy, as well as the lockdown bar has been repainted so that it looks good. There have been some touch-ups done to the paint around the edges, but I'm not much into doing a lot of cabinet work. You don't really play the cabinet, but this machine is like any other Data East Simpsons. It's going to have its usual scuffs and scrapes from 35 years. But the Playfield also has a little bit of wear in some spots, you can see right here, but for the most part is in pretty good shape. So this customer had a decent machine to start with. The upgrades that I've done to it, you can see we've changed the flippers to this yellow. It kind of matches the colors in the machine. They're still Data East flippers, and the color that we went with was the Titan competition rings is this light blue. It seems to go perfectly with the colors in the machine, the blue that's all around. We did use some clear in some places just for some of the lighting effects. But we did repaint the habit trails so that they're nice and even. There was a lot of chip paint and rust on the old ones. All the plastics are new. The Playfield plastics. You can see, like, here's an example of one of the original plastics had been, broken and reattached and, tried to be fixed over years, 35 years. So we did replace all the plastics. All of the drop targets are new, as well as the decals are brand new on there. And the stationary targets have all been cleaned with new foam backing put on them and new decals for each of them. With this machine, some of the upgrades we did, the pop bumper caps were originally the Simpsons kind of red mushroom nuclear ones. We've replaced those with these mods that I really like. That's not a sticker that's embossed on there. These are really nice. We've got, you'll see it in the lighting, but we've got something that'll light the full pop bumper up for these caps. We did do the TV mod, which is, you'll see when it's turned on, plays little snippets from the Itchy and Scratchy show. One thing I did do was, because I placed this here where it could potentially get hit by balls and things like that, I did put an extra piece of plastic here to block and cover that. It is actually the identical plastic that's over here. I just ordered a second one, cut it in half, and used the bracket that came with the mod and riveted on there so that you have something that if the ball does catch an air ball, it will hit this and not your TV and bash it up. There is enough clearance under here for the ball to hit there. It does not hit any of the metal, so in test play it runs pretty well. So I like having the TV right there because you can see it. It's right there. It doesn't cover up anything. And with the Daddy East Simpsons, the playfield's a little bit lower, so there's not a whole lot of places you can put it in the front of the machine. All of the plastic posts are new. We went with clear, and there's a reason for this, and I did everything clear. You can see originally it was like yellow and red, but we're doing a lot of lighting mods with this machine, so all the plastic posts are going to be illuminated, and they really come up well with the once we turn the machine on. They're each individually wired. You can see down there that we've got a right in there we have some lighting mods that will not only light them up, but there's also some effects bulbs. So for example, in the bowling area, we kept these clear here because these are actually fire ones that you'll see once we turn it on. The ramp is brand new. Got it from Ramp-O-Matic, and it is fantastic. All the caps on it are new. The decals are new. So pretty much all the plastics you see have been replaced, either riveted back on or screwed back on. All the metal, anything that's metal in this machine was cleaned and polished in a tumbler. Anything that was too large was cleaned and polished by hand, so that everything comes out nice, shiny, and glossy. Couple other little mods that we did. So for the acorn nuts, these are typically, you'll have like a little nut on top of these to hold these plastics in place. We use these nuclear symbol ones that I got as a mod, and they're on these the slingshots, as well as I've got one back here because this one just had like a little cap on it, and it seemed more fun to put that on there, which is important because you can have fun with your pinball machine. Do what you want to it. Just looking at the sides again, here we have the side art, and this has been repainted neon green. Also, these posts were originally gray that are here. I painted them the same color as I did this habit trail, this yellow, so that everything matches, including down here, so that all the colors are a little bit more matching and vibrant. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and you can see what we've done with some of the lighting mods. So it's been fully LED converted with non-ghosting bulbs. That means that they won't flicker when they're not supposed to, when they get a little bit of pulse of electricity. Down here, you'll be able to see we've got some effects bulbs inside these posts. They're called Blue Fire from Comet. They're their Matrix line of LED lighting. I did them on 4 of the posts here, as well as in the bowling area. It just seems to match really nicely, and that's why we did clear rings here, so that you can capture some more of the lighting effect on it for that portion. But everything else is done in the light blue. As you can see, the pop bumpers are nice and bright. There's also Comet has these caps that illuminate both the base and the actual pop bumper, so that you get a lot more illumination, a lot more color. Another LED mod we did with the Matrix system is up here. I've illuminated the ramp. Both the entrance and the exit have light strips that give it that blue glow, and that's all modified from the original. And of course, as I was talking about the TV, you can see the little itchy and scratchy plays during gameplay. It's a really fantastic mod. If you've got a Simpsons pinball machine, this is a must-have for any of them. It's very easy to install. I was able to hide the wiring. You can see it's wired back here, and I just ran it back with the other wires that go on the ramp. So it is really nice and inconspicuous. So that is the full machine. Everything, like I said, lots of new parts, lots of work has been done. It was fully torn down. Everything removed from the playfield so that we can completely clean it and wax it and make it so that it's nice and polished. But I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you get some ideas of what you can do with your Simpsons pinball machine.